It is not an overstatement to say that Nioh 2 is one of the best action RPG games I have ever played. From the comprehensive combat system to the customization variety, and up to the satisfaction from overcoming the skill cap requirements, Nioh 2 absolutely provides one of the best gameplay experiences in the last decade. My name is Marshab Tan, and let us start the review. While the first Nioh focused on an original built-in character, in Nioh 2 the developers took what quickly turns into a modern-day standard: a custom character creation. The story in Nioh 2 occurs in the fictional version of ancient Japan, from the period of ninja and samurai warriors, providing mythical elements and demons called yokai. Many of the story characters are based on real-life figures from the same time period, like Nobunaga Oda, that almost unified Japan, and in the game, by, well, doing that. Okay, not really, but you got my point. But as much as ninja and samurai warriors are a cool thing, the story in Nioh 2, in one word, is lacking. With character development of a window display, dialogues of half sentences, and a protagonist that keeps the vows of silence, the narrative is a long way from being anything but a simplified iteration of a bland design. The gameplay in Nioh 2 is what makes the game so addictive, and sets its own standard in the Souls-like genre. Battle mechanics are full of content, with 11 different weapons and gameplay styles, each with its own abilities tree. Ninjutsu techniques, magic techniques, again each with its own abilities tree, and stones throwing, to piss off the enemy, or in this case, the good old Yamanba. No, but really, with 3 different combat poses, the diverse yokai abilities' many usages, the burst counter ability, and the usage of most variations of combat solutions altogether makes the feeling of this game's many battle systems to be as much as simply phenomenal. The controls and flow of the game is not so far away, providing a polished movement freedom experience. The camera is annoying at times, but not in a way that should pose a problem. The customization in Nioh 2 is exploding with content, and does not end with the creation of characters and ability trees. There are accessories, shields, and weapons that can be obtained from enemies, built in a forge, or dropped as a reward from completing a mission. And they all come with passive abilities that can be tweaked or have their features changed. One of the things I liked very much in this game is the ability to change the entire design of each and every equipment without any need for some kind of excessive requirement. The menus in the game are varied as well, from the yokai abilities and the burst counter I mentioned earlier, to a menu of varied guardian spirit selection that encourages different building characteristics, in addition to 8 stats that construct the character's approach and together create a sort of an additional RPG element. It is possible to also design your house and add guardian spirits to it as a decorative item, or a toad, and collect utensils that sit on a shelf at home to improve existing stats after being evaluated by a bored specialist collector of tea utensils that can sometimes surprise you. At the bottom line, the content of customization is huge, and as good as it may be, many times it suppresses you and requires no less diligence than fighting and progressing through missions, like what effect to keep, what effect to bequeath to another item, what to wear, what to upgrade, and many more. All the while, your back continues to explode from loot you have accumulated in the process, like candies. In terms of AI, the game did a good job. Mostly. AI humans' response is usually affected as a result of the damage they receive, but differently, most types of demons or yokai are affected by only a few situations. Like this one, or that one. But not from the likes of those. And that, you got me. As for the feeling of enemies in the game, they are sophisticated enough and not another punching bag before the next boss shows up. In addition, the game is varied in different and unique types of many enemies and bosses, each having more than several types of attacks and different accesses to different situations, in addition to one or more special moves that can demolish or become a disadvantage when using the burst counter properly by matching the ability timing. But despite it all, the AI is still not as satisfying as in previous Team Ninja titles, like Ninja Gaiden. Which is a shame, because instead of promoting progress, they're taking a step backward. In addition to the single player mode, you can play Nioh 2 together with up to 2 more players, randomly as a quick snap of a stage until the first death, or together with 2 other friends or random players alike in the expedition mode for a gameplay of maximum cooperation. One of the things I liked about the expedition mode, unlike in randoms, is that more enemies are in the stage and many of them are strategically placed. And many times the thrill is different even if it is a stage that I have already finished, which is great. Additionally, the enemies do not regenerate when resting at the shrine, which is different from the other modes, and the same is also true with the health bar that does not regenerate, starting from the second use of the shrine. In total, the online mode provides a decent co-op experience. With great battle mechanics that require resourcefulness, reasonable and varied artificial intelligence, many customization options but with often exaggerated loot possibilities and stacking, and the enjoyment that can be derived from the game's many systems even after completing it, Nioh 2 is a game that adds quite a bit to the gaming industry at the time of its release. So if you like action and challenge, Nioh 2 is for you.